Good morning, everyone. I'd like to thank you for all coming out today. It is not what we expected, but this is just an amazing turnout. Thank you so much. I wanted to, yeah, great, see? Yay! I want to thank also the Benton REA staff. They worked so hard to make sure that we had multiple options today with whatever weather conditions we had. And so this is going to be a very good day, and we look forward to providing you with the best possible information and annual meeting we can. Bear with us all the speakers. We are not professional speakers. We are your board members and staff, and your board is made up of farmers and engineers and teachers, educators, and business men and women. So we are here in your community, but this is not necessarily what we do as a profession. So anyway, we will get started. I call the 84th annual membership meeting to order. Welcome, everyone, to Benton REA's first ever drive-in annual meeting. I am Connie Kroll, the president of your Benton REA Board of Trustees. Due to concerns regarding COVID-19, we are conducting a modified version of our annual meeting today. I would now like to introduce Pastor Adam Bonus of Reliance Fellowship for the invocation.
Thanks, Connie. This is fun. This is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of event, I would assume. I don't know if we'll be doing this again, but if you would join me in prayer this morning. Our Father, maker of heaven and earth, you are worthy to be praised. You are compassionate and gracious, slow to anger, and abounding in loving kindness and truth. You are faithful to your covenant for all who come by faith in Christ. Oh God, you alone are worthy of our worship. We thank you now for your great generosity to us. Thank you for providing for our physical needs. Thank you for the good gift of family and friends. Thank you, Lord, for the beautiful complexity of this world, Lord, and even for things like electricity that powers our homes, Lord. You are so creative, Father, and we thank you for these things. We ask you now to bless the work of the Benton REA. Please keep the workers safe as they maintain the power grid. Please keep the office or help the office staff to execute their duties well, Lord. Please provide for the financial needs of this organization for years to come. And Lord, would you please allow this meeting now to be pleasing in your sight? Thank you that we can meet today. We ask these things in the name of Jesus Christ, the mighty Lord and Savior. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Bonus. We appreciate you coming here and sharing with us today. For those not in vehicles, please rise as the Columbia River Young Marines will conduct the posting of colors and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please place your right hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
thank you very much for doing that. The Young Marines are a big presence in our community, and we appreciate them coming out today. So, with a heavy heart, Benton REA has lost several very meaningful individuals this past year, and we would like to recognize them at this time. Former trustee Fred Geyer, who served 27 years on the Benton REA board, passed away in August. Many of you might have known him, worked with him in the communities, and we appreciated his contribution to Benton REA. Also, Benton REA employee Matt Peary passed away in early September. He served the cooperative for 17 years. I would now like to take a moment of silence for these and any other past trustees, employees, and members who are no longer with us today. Thank you. Troy Berglund will now provide an explanation regarding the logistics of conducting today's drive-in meeting.
Thank you, Connie. Appreciate that. That moment of silence was a little tougher for me than I thought. Sorry about that. All right. I'm a little disheveled right now. All right. Well, thank you. Welcome, everybody. Just really appreciate the turnout. I'm the Community Development and Member Relations Manager for Benton REA, and I'll be helping facilitate this morning's meeting. The special rules of order for the 84th annual meeting have been included in your packet that you received when you registered for the meeting this morning. So as it's described in those special rules of order, any comments and motions must be provided in writing. So for members that are in their vehicles, a form and a pen is included in your packet to submit any of those comments or motions for any of the business items for today's meeting. Also, there's another form that's included in your packet to submit questions or comments that could be addressed during the Q&A portion of the meeting. So throughout the meeting, I'll call for any questions, comments, or motions in which you can simply just hold your sheet out the window of your vehicle, and we will have Benton REA employees come out to your vehicle and pick up those comments and questions. We do have a live stream for tonight's meeting. Hopefully it's working smoothly, but if you're watching via the live stream, you can submit comments and questions. You cannot submit comments and questions for motions and agenda items, but you can submit comments and questions for the Q&A portion. There's a chat section of the live stream where you can do that. So with that said, I will call for any the first collection of any comments, questions that you would like to submit. So if you have any, just go ahead and kind of hold them out your window, honk your horn to try to help guide us maybe. I'll pause here for a couple minutes. Hearing and seeing none, we'll go ahead and move on. There are a couple business items that require a vote of the members. When the president calls for the vote, members will use their horn to signify casting their vote. For example, the President Kroll will call for a vote for the special rules of order by asking for all those in favor of approving the rules by signify by honking their horn, and then we'll pause for a short minute to give you an opportunity to honk, and we just ask that you give a short honk just to signify your vote. And then after pausing for that, she'll call for a vote for any opposed of the motion. Again, pause for that. And then if there is a circumstance where there's multiple votes for both approving and opposing, we'll redo the vote and ask you to turn on your lights so we can take a vote count. Hopefully we won't have to deal with that since we have such a huge attendance, which is great. With that, I'll turn the meeting back over to President Kroll.
Thank you, Troy. Bear with me. Also, the wind is a bit robust today, and the mask thing is, I'm not very coordinated. If some of you know me, you would know that also. So we'll work through this. I just wanted to give myself some excuses. Our first item of business is to adopt the special rules of order for the meeting. As Troy mentioned, a copy of the special rules of order for this meeting is included in your registration packet. Trustee and member Mike Freepons has submitted a motion to approve the special rules of order as presented. I need a second. Please honk your horn to second the motion. That's great. We have a motion and a second to approve the special rules of order as presented. Troy, were there any written comments submitted on this agenda item? If you didn't hear that, Troy said that there were not any special comments submitted on this agenda item. I will now pause for the members to hold their pink comment cards out of the window to submit any comments on this item at this time. If you have a comment card, please put it out the window. We have Benton REA staff that are working their way around. Honk to gain any attention. Flash your lights. Okay, I don't hear or see any pink slips or any other comments that need to be taken into consideration. If you need, let's see. So I hear none. I will call for the vote. All those in favor of the motion to approve the special rules of order as presented, please honk your horn now. All those opposed to the motion to approve the special rules of order as presented, please honk your horn now. Well, thank you. We appreciate that, but the motion is approved. I'll turn the meeting back over to Troy.
Thank you, President Kroll. We have several door prize drawings, and go ahead and we have this will be one of the more challenging portions of the meeting. So we have the prize bucket here. And so I'll explain how this works. So your registration cards that you use to register for the meeting have been placed in this tub. I'll select one of the winners and then announce the member name. So if you are a winner, honk your horn. Will be a little bit challenging to see you, but we'll identify you and then by hand bring the prize out to you, and I'll help direct the staff here that's ready to do that. We do have some bill credit drawings at the end of the meeting, so you can only win one vendor door prize drawing that were donated by the businesses that do business with us, and so the names are listed of those businesses in the rural light. It's also on the prize, but after we get done with the vendor prizes, we'll put all of the registration cards back in the bucket and draw for the bill credit. So everybody who registered today will have a chance to win one of the bill credits. So with that, I'm going to draw the first prize winner. Is that a mini fridge? Yeah, maybe. All right, we got a little mini fridge, and that's going to go to Christy Barnett. Christy Barnett, right over here. Okay, go ahead and wave your hand out the car window. Looks like we got it back there, the Audi, white Audi. Okay, I'm going to put this in my pocket so I have it for later. Okay, our next door prize drawing. What do we got? A Yeti cup. That's going to go to Peter Cole. Peter Cole. We got another one. Peter Cole, I heard it. Keep honking. So we got to identify it all the way in the back, a white vehicle. Okay. All right, we'll do another door prize round. What do we got? Barbecue tool set goes to Ryder Gavin. Maybe Ryder Gavin. Ryder Gavin. Okay, another one in the back. Okay, we got it all the way in the back. It's all the way back there. The parking attendant will help you out, the lineman. Okay, we'll do one more and then we'll do two more. Two more of those. Okay, next winner gets a Yeti cup. That goes to Richard Wales. Richard Wales. Right in the front. All right. Congratulations, Richard. One more door prize before we move on. We have a carbon monoxide alarm. That goes, and a light with it. Really? Okay. Knife, a knife, not a light. That goes to Mary Oland. Mary Oland. All right, right up front, Mary. Congratulations. Okay, I'll turn the meeting back over to President Kroll. Is it for me? Oh, sorry about that. I just assumed it was going back to President Kroll. I'll turn it back over to the general manager, my boss.
Thanks, Troy. I'm Mike Bradshaw, your Veterinary General Manager, and I want to thank everybody for coming out this morning. It's with great privilege I get the opportunity to serve as your General Manager, and that privilege is given to me by our Veterinary Board of Trustees, who are members of Benton REA and elected by their fellow members to serve on the board. And I'll now mention the names and positions of each of your Benton REA trustees. For District Number 1, serving the West Richland area, is Mr. Buddy Treadway. District Number 2, serving the Prosser area, is Mike Freeponds. District Number 3, serving the Horsehaven and East Rosa area, and also the Vice President of the Board, Bob Evans. For District Number 4, serving the West Richland and surrounding rural areas, Mr. Ron Johnson. For District Number 5, serving the Sunnyside area, Mr. Tim Groh. District Number 6, serving Mabton and Rimrock areas, Scott Fisher. District 7, serving the West Richland, Bird Hill, and Paradise South area, President of the Board, Connie Kroll. And District Number 8, serving the West Richland, West Latin area, and Secretary of the Board, Catherine Russell. Troy, were there any other guests that we wanted to mention today? Okay, Troy says he's not aware of any other guests. So these trustees work hard all year, and since this is going to be one of my few chances to hear all the horns honk, let's give them a round of applause through some horn honking, and we'll move on to the next item. Thank you very much. So the next item will be the video for the Secretary Treasurer Report produced by Catherine Russell.
Hello, my name is Catherine Russell, and I am the current Secretary-Treasurer for the Board of Trustees. The notice of this meeting was printed in the September issue of Ruralite, and the official letter verifying the proof of mailing from Ruralite is posted at this meeting. I am pleased to report on the financial condition of our electric cooperative for 2020. Copies of the Benton REA audited financial statements for 2020 are included in your meeting handouts for your review. The annual audit was performed by Blodgett, Mickelson, and Adamson, CPAs. The independent auditor's report on Benton REA's financial condition was published in the September issue of Ruralite magazine. Benton REA once again received a clean, unqualified audit for the year 2020. Unqualified audit opinions indicate that the cooperative's financial statements are free of material defects. The financial condition of our cooperative is reflected in the balance sheet and statement of revenue and expenses. I will briefly summarize. The balance sheet showed, as of December 31st, 2020, Benton REA's net utility plant was $71,392,000. The depreciated plant value at the end of 2020 increased by 3,630,400 when compared to the end of 2019. The net utility plant reflects the co-op's depreciated value in physical assets. The balance sheet shows that Benton REA's long-term debt as of December 31st, 2020 was $935,000. Benton REA's total long-term debt decreased by $212,000 from 2019. This favorable trend in debt reduction continues the direction given to management by the Board of Trustees. The Statement of Revenue and Expenses, also called the income statement, shows that the total margins for 2020 were $2,863,000. The cooperative met all financial performance requirements established by our lending institutions. Additionally, in 2020, Benton REA issued $1,838,600 in ownership credit checks to our member owners, both current and former, who had ownership credit balances on the books. This report is a summary of the Benton REA financial statements for the year 2020. I invite you to read the financial statements posted in the handouts section of this meeting. If you have any questions, ask them at the end of the meeting. Thank you for your attention, and we look forward to seeing you next year.
That's a great response. We are doing our best to be fiscally responsible with your membership dollars. And that was a great report by Catherine. Thank you. The 2020 annual membership meeting minutes have been printed in the September Rural Light and are included in your registration packet. The 2020 minutes have been approved by the Benton REA Board of Trustees. Troy, were there any written comments or proposed amendments submitted in this agenda on this agenda item? So there were no posted proposed amendments submitted on this agenda item. I will now pause for members to hold your pink comment cards out your window to propose any amendments to the 2020 minutes. And if you have a card, now's the time. Put it out your window, honk your horn, and we'll have a Benton REA staff member come collect it. All right, I don't hear any horns, and I don't see any cards. So hearing none, the minutes stand as presented. We'll now play a video of my president's report.
Hi, my name is Connie Kroll, and I am pleased to represent you as the president of the Benton REA Board of Trustees. I have been a Benton REA member since 1996, and 9 years ago I was fortunate to be elected by you to serve on your board representing District 7. With each milestone event at Benton REA and every community event, I have learned more about the people and members in our service territory and appreciate the hard work of the men and women who support the cooperative on a daily basis. These are the men and women who ensure that we can all keep the lights on. In February 2021, I became the board president, and it has been my honor to represent the Benton REA members in that capacity. Through my 25 years in West Richland, I've seen the community mature and grow beyond what I could have ever imagined. In 2020, the U.S. Census counted about 8,300 people. Last year's census data has not been released, but it estimates more than 15,000 people in West Richland. This growth trend isn't limited to West Richland. Benton REA's service territory extends west to White Pass and south to the Plymouth and Patterson areas, adding 292 electric services in 2020, a 2% growth over 2019. We have seen a significant increase in new services this year and expect to have more than 500 new electric services in 2021. Based on our current growth pattern, there is no indication that the upward growth trend slowing down anytime soon. Benton REA is also seeing expansion in our industrial accounts. Agriculture is leading the way with several new processing and storage facilities coming online in Sunnyside and Plymouth. With these new commercial and agricultural members, we will see a significant increase in energy load for Benton REA by 2023. Growth allows Benton REA members to share the load, which is right in line with the cooperative model. Through economies of scale, more Benton REA members share the fixed operating costs of the business, which allows us to ensure that members get the best value for their membership. I'm proud to say that Benton REA has not had electricity price increase since 2016. Wholesale energy costs have risen, but Benton REA is gaining efficiencies to maintain rates while still investing in our electric distribution system. One of the primary investments that Benton REA is making is in infrastructure. We are in the construction phase of installing a new substation that will be put online before the end of the calendar year. This substation will support the West Richland residential expansions near Rupert Road and provide additional reliability in electrical service to the West Richland area. In addition, we are in the planning and design stages for 3 additional substations by 2023. These major infrastructure projects will improve reliability to current members and open up opportunities for economic development in our communities. Through USDA and ownership credit loans, Benton REA is attracting new businesses and jobs to our area. You'll hear more about these projects in our annual report video. Having a diverse membership through location, service types, and preferences, the co-op is challenged to meet all of our members' needs, improve services, and maintain reliability and growth within our community. The Benton REA Board of Trustees and staff are dedicated to establishing a strong electrical distribution system while still providing clean, carbon-free, and reliable electricity. Benton REA feverishly supports our locally produced hydropower and nuclear energy. More than 95% of the electricity flowing into your homes and businesses comes from these 2 clean, reliable, and carbon-free resources. In addition, Benton REA also supports renewables such as solar, wind, and nuclear power generation. We have 248 members producing solar electricity, pushing their excess energy into the Benton REA grid. Our community solar farm in West Richland was paid for by participating members. It produces about 44 megawatt hours of electricity each year. That's enough to power about 3 average-size homes. Benton REA isn't here just to provide reliable and affordable electricity. Cooperatives are member-owned, and we believe that alone sets us apart from other utilities in our area. We don't make decisions to appease out-of-state shareholders. Every member of our board is living in your community and pays a Benton REA electric bill. We see and hear you when you share your comments and concerns. During these trying times, many members have struggled to pay their bills, with electricity being one of the most necessary monthly bills of the household. Benton REA came up with a plan to help families overcome some of the financial challenges of 2020 by doing 3 things. First, through a matching donation by CoBank, we gave a total of $35,000 to our local food pantries in 2020 and 2021. Second, instead of waiting until December, we paid back members' ownership credits in July 2020 and August 2021. This aligns with the board's strategic goal to return more ownership credits to members sooner than originally scheduled. It was our hope that these payments would help members during this continued season of recovery. And third, we started the Power to Care Bill Assistance Program, where income qualified members can receive help paying their past due bills. From September 2020 to July 2021, $8,100 have been donated by members. There are several ways that members can donate to this program. They can round up their monthly electric bill to the nearest dollar, give a one-time donation, or designate a monthly amount to be added to their bill. This program will remain in place as long as we have generous members like you. We have a lot of work to do in the coming years as our community grows. We are excited to welcome new members to our co-op and are encouraged by the loyal members who have been with us throughout the many decades that Benton REA has been serving you in our communities. I would like to say thank you for your dedication and support. Benton REA could not be successful without members like you.
I would like to take credit for all of that information that you just heard, being able to recite that off the top of my head. But that is something that was provided to me by the staff, and it is amazing information. There is no doubt that we are a very progressive cooperative that is growing. The list, I did want to talk about the attendees. The list of registered members who are in attendance for today's meeting will be used as the attendance roll for the meeting. I will now turn the meeting over to Troy for more prize drawings.
Thank you, Connie. So we have several more door prize drawings. Looks like we got a Carhartt coat. So I'll just take this top one right there. The winner of the coat is Carrie Clevenger. Carrie Clevenger. I heard a honk. Okay, her light's on the little Nissan. Oh. Okay. Next prize is some cups, a cup and a gift card. Starbucks gift card with a cup. That goes to Shars Carvin. Help me read. What do you think? Suhars Carvin. Carlin. Sahars Carlin. Do we have a Carlin here? Honk your horn if you're here. Sahars, S looks like an O, H-A-R-Z, and then Carlin, C-A-R-L-I-N. Okay, maybe they weren't able to stay with us. So we will redraw for that one. That goes to Morgan Smith. Much easier to read. All right, we got a winner. Back row, back there, Morgan Smith. Do we know? Jeff, you know where you're going? Okay. Morgan Smith, go ahead and honk your horn or wave your hand so we can make sure we get there. Okay, perfect. All right, we'll put that one over here. All right, well, what do we got next? Backpack. Ooh, a nice NASC backpack. That goes to Deanna Davis. All right. I used to work with Deanna. So congratulations, Deanna. Okay. A Ryobi tool, battery-operated Ryobi tool set. We have Rebecca Rediker. Rebecca Rediker. All right, we got a winner. In the middle back there, Rebecca, go ahead and honk your horn one more time. Okay. All right. What do we got next? We need a prize. Okay. All right. We got a set of batteries. And flashlights with batteries. The set of batteries. We got some double D. No, I'm just joking. We got some flashlights here. That goes to Melissa Burnside. Melissa Burnside. All right. Honk right down here. Right in the very end, second row. Red car. No, that's good. All right, one more prize before we move on. Ooh, look at that. Meat and cheese set, cutting board. That goes to Thomas Cunningham. Thomas Cunningham. I heard a honk. Go ahead. Okay. Over there, and third row back. Second car, a little truck, white vehicle. That's the extra. Okay, perfect. I think that's it for the door prize drawings for now. I'll move on. That's just extra. Is that the one that didn't show? I'll just put it in. Okay, just spend a couple of minutes here. I'm going to announce the scholarship winners of our 2021 scholarship recipients. Each one of these winners gets a $8,000 Veterinary Continuing Education Scholarship. From Hanford High School, Peter Hale. From Prosser High School, Aspen Peters. Hanford High School, Scott Barfus. From Grandview High School, Giselle Petra Tovar. And also from Hanford High School, Brad Dawson. Next, just quickly announce the safety poster contest winners. We conduct the safety poster contest each year, so we will not be handing out the prizes this year, so they will be mailed directly to their homes. First place in each category gets $50, second place $25, third place $15, and fourth place $10. So in the kindergarten and first grade category, the first place winner was Ezra Vaught from West Richland. Second place was Camille Boughton from West Richland. Third place, Brody Bauman from West Richland. And in fourth place, Alta Arnold from Kennewick. Second and third grade group, our winner was Donvi Karthikeyan of West Richland. Second place goes to Logan Lucas of West Richland. Third place, Dexter Vout from West Richland. And then Natalie Nelson is in fourth place. Congratulations, Natalie. I like that. And then fourth and fifth grade category. First place winner, Kylie Myron from Benton City. Glenn Arnold from Kennewick. Finnegan Vout from West Richland. And then Remy Davis in fourth place from West Richland. Yep. Let's give a big round of honks for all of our poster contest winners. That feels powerful. I like that. No one, okay. So I'll turn it back. Now I'll turn the meeting over to our Vice President of the Board, Bob Evans, who will be conducting the trustee elections.
Well, good morning. It's great to see all of you here. I'm charged with counting the ballots that have been cast. And we have two districts up for election this year. I'd now like to introduce the two candidates. In District 7, which consists of West Richland, Bird Hill, and Paradise South area, is Connie Kroll, and she is unopposed. In District 8, which is in West Richland, the West Latin area, is Catherine Russell, and she is also unopposed. Members within these districts had two ways to vote. First, they could mail in their ballots directly to Survey and Ballot Systems, the independent company the Benton REA uses to conduct our trustee elections, for a secure and impartial election. Survey and Ballot Systems has provided us with the voting results for the ballots that were mailed directly to them. Members could also have dropped their ballots off today at this meeting. These ballots will be added to the total voting results that we receive from Survey and Ballot Systems to determine the final results of the elections. These results will be announced later in the meeting. Thank you. And I turn this over to, and at this point I'm going to turn the meeting back over to Mike Bradshaw for the manager's report. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. At this point, we'll be queuing up the video annual report, which includes my report. We have all faced a number of challenges over the last few years, to say the least. But as a co-op, we have an advantage over most businesses. Our advantage is you, our members. As a member-owned electric cooperative, everything we do has one simple goal in mind: to serve you, all 11,500 of our member owners. Hello, I'm Mike Bradshaw, your Benton REA General Manager and fellow co-op member. From West Richland to White Pass, Black Rock to Plymouth, Benton REA owns nearly 1,800 miles of electric distribution power lines serving the community with the cooperative spirit. We were formed in 1937, and today we are still led by our consumers. In fact, 8 of your fellow members were elected by you to serve as your Board of Trustees. Your trustees govern Benton REA, ensuring that we maintain our focus on doing what's in your best interest. Benton REA currently has 75 full-time employees working diligently for you to keep the power on, the electricity prices low, even during the COVID-19 pandemic.
The pandemic may have initially delayed local projects, but it has not slowed Benton REA's growth. Our line crews are busy building new infrastructure to meet the growing electricity load. In Plymouth, we increased the capacity of our system to accommodate new and existing agriculture facilities. To the north of West Richland, Benton REA is building a new substation. The Rupert Substation will increase reliability to existing members in West Richland by reducing load from the other substations, while also increasing the redundancy and reliability of the electric system. This allows us to serve members from multiple substations. Rupert Substation should be operational by the end of 2021. Even though our crews are busy, safety continues to be a top priority. 2019's no lost time record was hard to beat. Benton REA employees worked 131,760 hours in 2020 and had just 5 injuries. The coronavirus gave us a new understanding of workplace safety as we closed our offices and sent employees home to work. We did everything we could to protect our employees and members. Our offices are open again, and we're thrilled to see our members again. The cooperative's growth will continue in the coming years. In addition to Rupert Substation, 2 new and 1 expanding substations are in the design phase for the Prosser, Plymouth, and Sunnyside areas. Our engineering department designed these system upgrades to improve reliability to existing members while also increasing capacity to meet the new and future load growth. Growth brings jobs to our community while helping Benton REA maintain low electricity prices. Benton REA electric prices will remain unchanged for the upcoming year. Our members have some of the lowest electric prices in the area. Good financial management, such as reducing debt, is a major reason we have been able to maintain stable and low rates. Keeping your bills low is great, but paying you, our member owners, is even better. Benton REA paid more than $1,750,000 in ownership credits this summer. Only electric cooperatives whose members are the owners get paid by the electric utility. The Benton REA Board of Trustees recently authorized new options for your ownership credit payments. Instead of receiving a check, you can now add them as a credit to your electric bill or donate them to either the Benton REA's Power to Care Bill Assistance Program or to the Benton REA Education Fund. When it's time to pay your bill, we do our best to make it as easy and convenient as possible. Even when the offices were closed to the public, our employees were ready to help by either the phone or by email. And many members have been paying their bill online through our Smart Hub app. We added payment kiosks at the Yokes Fresh Market in West Richland and at Harvest Foods in Prosser, where members can pay their Benton REA and PowerNet bills during store hours, even on the weekends. In the spring of 2020, we designed a new billing statement, making it easier to understand each charge and credit. Speaking of bills, we launched a new bill assistance program last fall called Power to Care. Members are helping members with past due bills by making a one-time donation, a monthly donation, or rounding up their bill to the nearest dollar. Another example of the cooperative spirit by coming together to help those in need. Benton REA follows the 7 cooperative principles, the last being concern for community. In 2020, Benton REA donated $20,000 to 3 local food banks and $16,000 to nonprofit organizations in our community. We awarded $50,000 in college scholarships to the children of Benton REA members. Co-op members received $343,762 in energy efficiency rebates and saved more than 2 million kilowatt hours of electricity. Members also saved $2,211 on prescriptions through the Co-op Connections Card member discount program. Also in 2020, 235 Benton REA members owned more than 3,000 kilowatts of solar energy, producing an estimated 4.2 million kilowatt hours of renewable electricity, enough to power 187 homes for an entire year. 45,634 kilowatt hours of electricity was generated by Co-op Solar, our community solar farm in West Richland. Electric vehicles are gaining popularity. Benton REA members have registered their EVs and received financial incentives. As this technology improves, Benton REA will be your source of power and information. Information technology is also at the core of Benton REA's mission. In addition to providing secure and reliable technology for Benton REA employees, our PowerNet employees assist 62 small businesses and city governments with technology services. PowerNet was created by the Benton REA Board of Trustees in 1997 as a dial-up internet service provider serving our rural communities. Today, they are much more. Anyone in the community, not just Benton REA members, may become a PowerNet customer. Our 10 PowerNet employees provide basic computer repair, technology consulting services, full IT support, and connects our community with high-speed internet. A greater need for rural broadband was awakened in 2020 when workers were sent home and children started virtual learning. It was a learning curve for many, but PowerNet was prepared. We installed 180 new internet service connections for new customers last year. Our 28 internet broadcasting locations took on more customers, and we expanded capacity and upgraded equipment to meet the need. This summer, we installed equipment in the Granger-Cherry Hill area to provide true broadband, a minimum upload speed of 25 megabits per second. Our goal is to deploy broadband throughout the entire PowerNet service area. Much of this video is about what Benton REA is doing here in the communities we serve. But there is a big concern on the horizon that could have dramatic and devastating impacts for the entire Northwest. There are growing and serious concerns as to whether there will be enough electricity to serve the needs of consumers. This issue is much more and much bigger than just Benton REA.
Despite the Northwest being the envy of the nation with our abundance of clean, reliable nuclear energy and hydroelectricity, it may not be enough. State and federal efforts to reduce carbon are putting a strain on the system. Washington State has a target to produce 100% of all electricity from carbon-free resources by 2045. On top of this, the state has aggressive goals to electrify transportation, and legislative proposals are being considered to decarbonize buildings. This means electricity could be the only source for energy in most, if not all, our homes and buildings. We could see the demand for electricity more than double by 2050. Some say even more. Yet despite these incredible challenges we face, efforts to breach the 4 lower Snake River dams are stronger than ever. I'm thankful that our members took action in support of hydropower last year. You made your voice heard in the draft environmental impact statement public comment period. The final environmental impact statement concluded that the lower Snake River dams were critical to provide affordable, reliable, and clean energy for the Northwest, and it did not recommend breaching the dams. Your voice is why we still have low cost and extremely reliable electricity in the Northwest. More wind and solar energy generation will be coming online soon. What some do not realize is that hydropower is flexible enough to allow those technologies to succeed. Hydropower powers your heating and cooling systems when the sun goes down and when the wind doesn't blow. Hydropower generates clean, firm, and dispatchable electric energy. It's always available when we need it, and the power output from hydro generation can be adjusted according to market needs. We need to work together to keep our hydroelectricity generating resources. Our power is water. We cannot and should not give that up. I'm really proud to be a Benton REA member and proud to be serving our growing and vibrant community. We are all striving for the same goals: to receive reliable, affordable, and renewable electricity that powers our lives while being good shepherds of our environment. It has been a challenge defending reliable electricity generating resources over the last several years, but together in the co-op spirit, we can make sure that our amazing way of life will be available for our grandchildren to enjoy. It's truly an honor to serve you, and we greatly appreciate the opportunity to be your energy provider. Thank you.
Thank you, appreciate that. So all three of these reports are going to be on Benton REA's YouTube page. Just go to bentonrea.org/YouTube to view any of these reports. I mean, there's some riveting information. You might just want to watch these over and over the next month. So with that, I'll make the last call for any comments and questions that would be addressed during our Q&A period. Got a couple submitted already, so that's fantastic. If you have any comments or questions, should be your blue sheet. Just hold that out your window, honk your horn. We'll come by and pick that up. With that, I'm going to finish up the door prize drawings. So we'll start that. We got a gift basket. That's going to go to Tomasa Maruska. Tomasa Maruska. I have a honk. Very, very back, white car. She's got her door open. Very back row. Okay. Our next door prize drawn is a Yeti mug. That is going to go to Roscoe Slade. Roscoe Slade, Public Works Director, City of West Richland. He's not very good at fantasy football, but just kidding, Roscoe. He's in my fantasy football league, so. All right, our next one is a knife and a gift card from Ranch and Home. That goes to Mendez. I got a member number here, but Mendez, the member number, okay, Mendez. All right, in the back, honking. I think it's in the back over there. Yep, in the very back, red car. Got her hand out the window. Okay. All right, next prize is a backpack. All right, the backpack is going to go to David Elegy. David Elegy. All right, we got a honk. Right over there, holding up their red folder out of their vehicle. Looks like a red truck. Okay, we got a Monopoly video game with a wine theme to it. That's going to go to Rosalie Meredith. Rosalie Meredith. Okay, right about third row back there. She's holding her red card out the window. Okay, we got a cup and another knife set for our next prize. That is going to go to, looks like Abel Enriquez. Sorry. He's an employee. We can't win. All right, Abel, nice try. Nice try, Abel. Can't trust these PowerNet guys. Just kidding, IT. My computer won't work Monday morning. All right. Patricia DeForest. Patricia, right, second row, perfect. Okay. Got any more? Yep. We got a gift card and a mug. That's going to go to Ortega, Maria Ortega. Right up, second row, silver Toyota. Okay, another Yeti cup and a Starbucks gift card. Starbucks gift card and a Yeti cup goes to Thomas Loftus. Right up front. All right, we got another one here. We got a tumbler and a gift card from Starbucks. Gosh. It's going to go to Neil Ripplinger. Neil Ripplinger. Yeah, Jeff. Of all the people Jeff gets. Jeff, do you know what car he drives? Jeff Ripplinger is going to deliver the prize, so. All right, our next prize is a Yeti, or is a mug, Rural Light mug with a gift card, looks like. That's going to go to Robert Nelson. Robert Nelson. Robert Nelson over here in the Honda Pilot, second back. Any more? Yep, okay, we got a Rural Light mug with a knife, I believe, in it. Okay, that's going to go to Thomas Loftus. Thomas Loftus. Okay, we've got, looks like another tumbler goes to Sarah Foreman. Sarah Foreman. Okay, we got a mug and a Starbucks gift card. This is the last door prize. Oh, okay. Okay, second to last one, I guess. Goes to Bruce Gardner. Bruce Gardner. Honda CRV up front. Okay, now we've got the last donated from the vendor. It's a string of solar lights. That goes to Buddy Treadway. Oh, yeah, no trustees. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay, it's going to go to James Devine. James Devine. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we got to put all those back into the big one, and so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw 5 of the $100 bill credit winners, and so we're going to put all the names back into the bucket, so everybody's got a chance to win that. Okay, and we'll mix them up. And just so for the bill credit drawings, we don't actually deliver the bill credits or a certificate out to you. What we'll do is Monday morning basically apply the credit to the primary account. So if you have more than one account, it goes to the primary account. If you want it applied to a different account, you can just call in and work with our billing department, and they'll take care of that. Okay. Mix it up. All right, so we got 5 $100 bill credit prizes. I'm gonna mix it up, really dig in there. Bottom of the bucket. David Elegy. David Elegy. Go ahead and honk so I can confirm you're here. David Elegy. Did you hear honk? Okay. Okay, perfect. You get $100. So we'll just give that to, okay. All right, we got 4 more winners. This one. goes to Derek Cap. Derek Cap. Congratulations, Derek. It's a $100, yep. 3 more winners of our $100 bill credit drawing. This is going to go to Thomas Cunningham. Thomas, congratulations, Thomas. Okay, we got 2 more $100 bill credit winners. This one's going to go to Carrie Clevenger. Carrie Clevenger. Congratulations, Carrie. And our last $100 bill credit drawing winner is going to go to, thank you, Rebecca Rediker. Rebecca Rediker. Congratulations, Rebecca. Okay. And I think now I'm turning it over to Mike Bradshaw, who's going to conduct our Q&A portion of the meeting.
Okay, thank you very much, Troy. Derek, if you want to come on up, please. And so we're at the Q&A session, and thank all of you that, I want to thank everyone that turned in questions. We've got quite a number of them today. So we'll move through these as best we can. The first one, and I'll have our engineering manager here, Derek Miller, answer the first one. It's what are the rules for using land around electric lines? And I assume that means within the Benton REA power line easement.
Yeah, for overhead lines, you know, our access is important. Trying to find a problem at night, also visibility. So if we don't want anything permanent built underneath the lines, and we want to be able to have access at all times. On the underground, we require at least 5 foot of clearance so that we can operate there. Mainly like pad mount transformer, we have to be able to get in there with our hot sticks to access that. If you have a question specifically to your property, feel free to give me a call. We'll visit on site and take a look at what you're wanting to do and see if we can make that happen. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Derek. And like Derek says, just give the engineering department a call at the Veterinary Prosser office, and they'll help you out with questions like that. So the next one is, Derek, is what is Veterinary doing to prevent brownouts or blackouts in the various service areas?
Well, I think we touched on that a little earlier. Building this new substation here off of Rupert Road will provide redundant backup to the existing substations by tying circuits together. Relative to blackouts, we had a little scare early in June when our transmission provider BPA warned us that they could run into problems with the high heat. So we got word out to ask folks to turn up their AC or turn the thermometer up to lower the load because it was pretty critical there. And for us, we don't have a lot of control over BPA's transmission system. And so if they have a problem, we could run into a situation where we have some blackouts, but they would be probably in the 6 to 12 hour range. Mainly communication. We communicated with all the utilities in the Tri-City area when that happened and try to get the word out to elevate your thermostats because we're all in it together and try to reduce load.
Okay, thanks, Derek. Don't go away. We got some more coming up here. So, Troy, this next one's for you. Troy Berglund, as you already know, is our member services coordinator and manager. And the question is, are there any plans to increase solar power electricity production? And if so, do the plans include subsidies to encourage members to install solar panels in their residences?
All right, we got somebody excited about solar power. So yeah, so we do have a progressive net metering program to allow members to connect solar into our grid and install on their programs. There's tax credits available. There was a state incentive that Benton REA voluntarily participated in. The funding for that ended, and there's not any more available funding. So there is still some federal tax incentives, but no state incentives at this time, and we'll continue to monitor that situation and basically work with our members as they inquire about installing solar on their home.
Okay, good deal. Thank you, Troy. Troy, I got a couple more questions for you, and this is one of your favorite subjects, has to do with electric vehicles. Can you explain the use and volume of electricity for vehicles as compared to household appliances?
Perfect. So depends on the level of charger. So a level 2 charger for an electric vehicle, which is 240 volts, that's kind of like about the same level as your dryer at your home, electric dryer or an electric range. And so they typically run, it's around 6 kW, which is a pretty hefty charge if it's a peak charging system. So an average home is between 8 and 10 kW, so you can tell comparatively it doesn't take too long to get some electric vehicles in the garages before we potentially have some concerns from Benton REA. So we'll be working with our members. We have some programs available to help them charge off of peak times, so it doesn't cause problems with the system, but allows them to use electricity. And that's one of the benefits of having an EV is electric vehicle is you obviously don't have to stop and worry about gas at the gas station, but it's significantly less for charging your vehicle with electricity than gasoline at the pump. So we'll work with members on those.
Okay, thanks, Troy. And here's another electric vehicle question. How is Benton REA prepping for increase of electric vehicles, especially in a year where usage is restricted or requested to be reduced?
Perfect. Really good question. So with electric vehicle incentives, they're projecting that by 2030, 2045, we're going to have significantly more electric vehicles, a lot more parked in the garages. So I am constantly working with Derek, our engineering manager, to make sure we have programs in place to help manage that. Derek is designing the system as best as possible to help handle the increased load. And then it comes down to resource adequacy, if there's enough electricity to serve all the increased load throughout the region, which Mike talked about. So we are monitoring the situation. We're working with members. We have a registration program so we can start that communication now with the members. We also have some incentives that they get an incentive if they start charging those vehicles off peak. So we're working on various different avenues, and as more of those vehicles get purchased, we'll have more and more programs available.
Okay, thanks, Troy. This next one I'll send over to Derek. Derek, where does the electric power that Benton REA utilizes, where does that come from?
Well, it comes from the bulk majority of it comes from the hydropower system, the federally hydro system. We do get a small amount from some of the renewable projects in the area, and primarily it's the Northwest hydro system. Bonneville Power.
Okay, thanks, Derek. The next question is, does Hanford provide power? And if no, why not? Well, that's a pretty broad question. That's talking about the Hanford Nuclear Reservation. And it certainly does. Anybody from this area certainly knows about the Columbia Generating Station, which produces and has an extremely effective and efficient operating record, which we're all very proud of. And in addition, out of Hanford, there's also, my understanding, there's also wind and solar projects, as well as other research projects that they're participating in. And there's a new small nuclear unit that's in progress and being put together by a consortium with newer technology. So there certainly is a lot going on out at Hanford to produce power. The next one is our windmills providing power, and it says rooftop. So Troy, do you have a response for that for me?
So we have very, very little rooftop wind, or wind for that matter, in residential and even small commercial. So we did have a couple of projects on our system. One of them I know stopped operating. They haven't fixed it yet, so I'm not sure if there's any other. So basically, solar is dominating the net metering and small renewable projects on our system.
Okay, thanks, Troy. Next one, do we get electricity from the dams on the Snake River? The dams are operated by the Army Corps of Engineers, and then electricity is sold through the Bonneville Power Administration. So those dams do pump energy into the electric grid into the region. And then I do know that as far as the locally in the Tri-Cities area, there is one dam. It's I believe it's the Ice Harbor Dam that is set at the correct voltage for the Tri-Cities and Yakima Valley area, and the rest of that is set at voltages to serve the major population centers in Washington State. Next question is kind of interesting. Is Governor Inslee still going to remove the electric dams on the Snake and Columbia rivers? Well, obviously, we certainly hope not. And Troy, do you have anything to add to that? We certainly need our hydropower for a way of life in this area.
Yeah, so I guess the shortest answer is there's constantly threats on the hydro system, and so we're working with local utilities as far as well as regional and with the legislatures both in the state, Governor Inslee, as well as congressional delegation, just to make sure those dams are protected and we can preserve our hydro to keep our reliability.
Okay, thank you, Troy. The next question is the REA supporting our local union line crews? And on that one, I'm proud to say I think Benton REA has a very good working relationship with the IBEW Local 77 and our crews. We certainly appreciate all the hard work that they do, the extra hours. Our crews are so good that periodically they're even loaned to other utilities upon request. When they're in trouble and they have extreme outages due to winter weather or storms or fires. So we really are proud of our guys and our line crews and the relationship that Benton REA has with them. The next one is Jeff Basto, if you can step up, please. Has the REA planned to expand and improve PowerNet broadband in West Richland?
So right now our focus on the broadband side is focusing on increasing our speeds. We've been working on trying to upgrade our equipment to be able to handle higher speeds, and also we have a board-approved pilot project to support true broadband speeds. Right now, this year, one of the issues that we've had is being able to get a hold of equipment has been definitely a challenge. With computer chip shortages, that has significantly affected our ability to buy equipment. But we are continuing to look at expanding our capabilities. And right now, like I said, a big focus is expanding the speeds to be more useful for people.
Okay, thank you very much, Jeff. So our last question is for Troy and has to do, again, with solar panels and electric vehicles. What are the incentives that Benton REA offers, if any, for solar panels and electric vehicles for members?
So I'll start with the solar panels. So Benton REA offers net metering, which is basically you connect the solar system to our distribution system, and then when you're producing more electricity than your home is using, it turns the meter backwards. You get full retail credit for that. That's one huge incentive. There's a federal tax credit that's not through us, and then there's at one time there was a state incentive which is no longer available. So that's on the solar side. On the electric vehicle side, so we offer an incentive program for your level 2 chargers if they're set to charge off-peak. So that's one. We also have a $100 or $50 registration incentive, so we can become aware of the vehicles and the charging system and then work with our members on different things. So we got a couple of different those incentives.
Okay, thank you very much, Troy. Troy, was there any online questions that came through by any chance? Okay, there were no online questions. That concludes our Q&A period. Thanks again for all those great questions. That was really, really good and really helpful, and we appreciate those. So at this point, I'll turn the meeting back over to Vice President Bob Evans to announce the results of the trustee elections. Here you go, Bob.
While it may not be the very suspenseful, given that they were uncontested elections, but here are the voting results. For District 7, Connie Kroll wins with 165 votes. That's Connie's family voting there, yeah. So, and for District 8, Catherine Russell wins with 152 votes. So congratulations to both Connie and Catherine. The members have chosen you to represent them for another 3 years on the Benton REA Board of Trustees. So I now turn it back to Troy.
Perfect. Thanks, Bob. So we're going to finish up with a couple different items. So we have the $500 bill credit drawings, which we'll do. And then we'll need to do a couple of business items to finish up. So we'll need to actually officially adjourn the meeting, and we'll need you to vote on that. So don't just leave before we adjourn the meeting officially. And then there's a lot of vehicles here. Fantastic turnout. Really appreciative. So just appreciate your patience. Follow the instructions of our employees to just help everybody get out of here in an orderly fashion so we don't have any fender benders or anything like that. Just impressed with the turnout. Thank you, members, for your attendance today. So with that, we will draw the $500 bill credit winners. Our first winner of a $500 bill credit is Dan White. Dan White. All right. Congratulations, Dan. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Yeah, that's too much pressure for me, so I'm going to have the general manager draw for the $500. Oops. Okay. All right. Our next winner is Wenbin Kuang, Kuang. Okay, we got a winner. All right, perfect. 3 more. Our third winner is Chris Bowen. Chris Bowen. Congratulations, Chris. 2 more. Goes to Thomas Loftus. Congratulations, Thomas. And our fifth and final $500 bill credit winner goes to Dave Skeeth. Dave Skeeth. Congratulations, Dave. And for the final time, I'll turn the meeting back over to President Kroll to adjourn the meeting. Yes, so she was talking about logistics and stuff. So when we vote, to just follow the instructions of the employees. They're directing you to exit.
Thank you, Troy. I have to say that the honking method is very inspiring, so thank you very much. I would like to thank you for attending our drive-in annual meeting. We hope to have our full slate of activities for next year's annual meeting. Catherine Russell has submitted a motion to adjourn the 84th annual membership meeting. Please honk to second the motion. We have a motion to adjourn the meeting. All in favor, please honk now. Any opposed? You can honk now too. The 84th annual meeting is adjourned. Benton REA employees will now direct vehicles to exit the facility. Please be careful. And thank you again.